Hello and welcome. Today we're going to check out one of the LEGO stores located at the airport in Singapore. Now there are multiple LEGO stores available to take a look at over the different terminals at this enormous airport, but we are going to stick to the one that I was closest to, so I didn't actually miss the flight. Now this thing here is 41,472 individual bricks, and it is amazing to see in person. Now what I really did appreciate looking at all of these different LEGO stores, and obviously seeing all the different LEGO stores around the world, is that in the LEGO stores playlist you'll notice that a lot of the newer uploads, each store will have its own individual thing linking it to its location. So the Legoland in Malaysia had a big thing for itself over there. The Abu Dhabi store had the big F1 car, which it was linked right next to the Formula 1 circuit. This has the rain vortex because you're about 5-minute walk away from seeing that in person. And then the Universal Studio store in Malaysia, that Lego store was massive, and that had its own custom bits and pieces to have a look at as well. Now I really hope that is something that catches on across a lot more of the other stores rather than just like a flagship store. So say for example in London in the UK they have got that kind of thing in one of the stores, then all of the others it is just a generic makeup, whereas this one felt like it was a bit more of a hybrid of a Legoland store. Now the Legoland stores are huge, but I'm very surprised by the size of this store for an airport store. Now, we have been into quite a lot of the different airports around the world, and obviously I've filmed every single one as I've gone. We've managed to film, I think it's Stansted and Gatwick are the two in the UK that I've managed to film. We filmed LAX, we filmed Billund, and we've now done this one as well. And I think this is the second biggest store, and the stock is very good. Now depending on obviously the exchange rate at the time of you going over to the different countries, it might be worth you picking up some of the smaller sets in your hand luggage just to be able to take them back with you, because it might be cheaper. Now top tip, if you are flying back from Billund and you're going straight back to your destination in the UK, or you've got a direct flight from Billund, you can actually pick up the much larger sets, and it does not cost you to get them on the plane. Whereas I think it is LAX, they will charge you. So you've got to be careful and ask the members of staff. Now the other interesting thing about this store is that it did have what looked like a Lego employee stood there with the actual matching shirts and everything that you would get from a normal Lego store. Whereas sometimes when you go to the airports, because it's in the duty-free section, it's just lucky dip of who serves you. So potentially your insider's card would work in this store, but I did not ask because actually I've only just thought about that as I am now speaking to you out loud. But you can see you've got lots and lots of bits and pieces for the Jurassic Park and the Jurassic World. You've got all the Ninjago stuff to the right hand side, and again you've got a huge selection of big boxes and small boxes, something that you could potentially build on the plane or just wait if the plane is delayed. Obviously it's going to end up breaking in your luggage because you have already checked in your bag at this point. So if you do get a much larger set, then obviously if you don't care too much about the box, that might get heavily damaged and dented because they're obviously going to have to put it underneath the plane with your luggage. But some of the other bits and pieces you might be able to fit in your hand luggage okay. So there will be a cut-off point depending on the size of the box. Now I know guaranteed for Billund you're absolutely fine, but for all of the other Lego store playlists, or all the other Lego stores that are in the playlist under the airport bits and pieces, just be careful when you're traveling around, and obviously ask a member of staff first before you buy it, because that money you're saving, it then might add on to it and might not be worth you taking it back home with you. But they have got a bit of everything in here. You can see you've got the Mando Star Wars bits and pieces, and above that you've got the nice dioramas, and then as we spin around we've got some newer stuff mixed in with some of the older stuff. You can see up at the top, you get some of this stuff is obviously in big sales as well. Now it did say something about airport special prices, and you can see just there, if you want to work it out for yourself, what some of those are. Now that is in the Singapore dollar. Now the pound to the Singapore dollar works in my favour, so it probably would have been worth me picking up some of these, because if that was, say for example, the Marvel set was just 62 Singapore dollars, it would have worked out to be about £50, for example, whereas when obviously that came out over in the UK, that was very expensive indeed. But you can see just the size of the store, you can see how you got all the nice bits and pieces, all really easy to see. You've got the nice models to have a look at, then obviously on the inside you've got the BAM minifigures as well, and you can see you've got these things to take photos of, which is what lots lots of people were doing, and they were really paying attention to the thing that I filmed when I first came into the store. And again, that is a first time me seeing one of those things as well, because that did look like it was the terminal. What it represents, I'm not 100% sure. So if you do know what that character is supposed to be, then obviously please do let me know. And then we got another one up here, and that's the first time I've seen this variation of this unicorn over the top of the 3 obviously Bodro minifigures. So it's 3 for $15.50, I guess it's cents. And as normal, you get legs, torso, head, accessory, and hair piece in all of those. And you can just basically mix and match them up. Now, they did have, even though this was filmed well into 2024, they still had a lot of the Ninjago characters in there, which came out, I think it was the end of 23 or the start of 24. Lots and lots of key rings and keychains if you're into that kind of thing. There's loads and loads of those to have a look at and pick up if you wanted. And then this is the stuff that really does sell well, because it's just the perfect size to grab and build if you are delayed. And some of these people will just pick up because they've just seen it. So all the postcard stuff, for example, that sells well. Obviously, you've got all the Lego Friends stuff, which is on a massive rotation because they are spitting sets out so quickly. You are spoilt for choice with regards to the different Friends, and if they do actually still have some dots, which I haven't seen in some of the stores now for a long time, because I think they got discontinued at the end of 2023. Now, it's very interesting to see some of these bits and pieces, because some of these sets have probably been discontinued in the UK for about 6 months. Now, when I uploaded the video from the Universal Studios Lego store, there was actually 3 modulars still available that had been discontinued at the end of last year, and there was also Sesame Street as well. So some of these you might be looking at now going, oh, that's brand new, that sold out in my country ages ago, where over here some of the stuff that is sold out is easily available in the UK. So obviously you've got to think of the market is for absolutely everybody, and things obviously sell differently at different paces at the different stores. But of course, the space stuff is everywhere. Now, they did have a 25% off from the 1st to the 31st of May 2024. So this was filmed in May of 2024, which you can see you had some of the older CMFs. I think that might have been the Lego Marvel ones, which I haven't seen for a good while, because I don't think at the time of this being filmed, the space minifigures had either just come out or they were going to be coming out. So I just missed those. I'm sure they weren't the space ones. I think they were the Marvel. But if you're eagle-eyed and you caught it, let us know in that comment section. But I am very quickly starting to run out of time. Now, this was just a very short, sweet overlook of all of the different Lego sets that are available in this amazing Lego store. You are really spoilt for choice if you think about you are actually at an airport and you can pick up all of these different bits and pieces from the Lego stores. Now, it does seem to be that Lego are opening up more and more Lego stores inside the airports, and I am all for that, because it definitely gives me something to do when I'm looking around, rather than just sitting outside Rolex thinking there's absolutely no way I'm going to be able to afford a £40,000 watch. But guys, that is it, and I am done. So one more time, if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Let me know in the comment section below, what was the last Lego store you went to, or does your local airport have a Lego store? But as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and catch you next one. Ta-da.